being said, though, in this wartime in which the United States, along with other allies, have continually stressed, both to Iran and Israel, not to expand this beyond the borders of Israel and Gaza, is that not a provocation by Israel as well?
Yeah, certainly Hezbollah is an X factor in this, and to take out, assassinate the number 2 general in the IRGC over time, the leading conduit for arms supplies to Hezbollah, that is highly provocative, and that is very concerning. Look, Israel's within its rights to clearly defend itself and clearly to keep a watch on Hezbollah, and it's doing that. But we've seen reports about President Biden weighing in to say, do not expand the war, to Bibi Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, do not go into southern Lebanon. And he heeded that call. And I think that's where we play a crucial role. And that's where the president's team is continually focused, is to try to ensure that this does not spread. So that strike, that was Israel, and that is a provocative move. Now, Iran responding by hitting the United States, if that's how this went down, and it seems like that's the sequence, that is reckless. And that is outside the pale in attacking the United States for a strike that Israel took independently. But you're right. Look, this is only adding to a little more fire to the kindling here. And if Hezbollah gets involved, we are going to see a major expansion of the war. And that is something that clearly needs to be avoided.
So we heard you talk about how allies can kind of speak to Iran about backing down and not getting further involved in this expanded conflict, Joel. I'm wondering, though, as we think about Netanyahu and the decisions that he's making on the battlefield right now, many of the folks that I've been speaking to say that there is this fracture that we're seeing between Biden and Bibi Netanyahu, despite speaking over the last 48 hours or so. We did see Netanyahu on the battlefield as well. Anybody else that can get to Netanyahu about this expanding conflict and to tamp down on actions that he is pursuing on the battlefield, along with outside the borders of Israel and Gaza?
Well, the first group that can get to him are the Israeli people. Poll after poll, 70% negative ratings for the prime minister. And even at the Knesset, where he was speaking yesterday, he was getting heckled by families of the Israeli hostages. So there's a lot of pressure on Netanyahu from within, and that's crucial. I do think that clearly the United States and President Biden is the primary voice for Israel, has been. We have been for many years, but this president in particular has carved out that space right now. And he is the one that can get into the prime minister's decision-making better than anybody else. But, and it is crucial to add this, Israel does not want to lose regional Arab allies, the UAE and Egypt in particular, Jordan closely as well as a ally in peace with Israel. These are not countries that Israel wants to see walk away from it. And Egypt put a proposal on the table the other day that, while not incredibly pragmatic in the near term for releasing hostages, lays out a vision for an end state, a day after scenario. And I think Israel needs to take that seriously. They depend on Egypt for security on their southern border on the other side of Gaza. They have a peace treaty now for 4+ decades that has worked, and Egypt is a major Arab power. So there are others in the region, hopefully, that they can step up to and start engaging directly with Israel. They have these relationships, and this matters to the Israeli security establishment, not just to the prime minister. And that's a critical audience right now as well.
Joel Rubin, thank you.